Edo State Governor Senator Monday OKPEBHOLO don talk again say in government no go relent for the fight against cultism, kidnapping and other bad crimes. He talk say dem go continue to demolish places where criminals dey use take hide. The governor yarn this one as in dey talk for one to-talk meeting with youths from all the 18 local government areas for Government House Benin City. Oga Governor yarn say dem go fight cultism reach the end, say even if na only that one he achieve, im go dey happy. He con talk say if people dey hide kidnapper for their house, make dem better tell dem make dem comot, if not, dem fit lose their house. Governor OKPEBHOLO come also announce say under the state amnesty program, dem go pay double for any gun wey cultists surrender if dem really want peace. As im dey warn youths make dem no put hand for crime, Oga Governor come talk say make dem allow police do their work, say if security no dey, investors no go wan come Edo. He come salute the Chief Judge of Edo State, say he support strong measures to bring peace and come call on everybody to join hand to make the state safe.
You will be very surprised and wonder why will all the service chiefs be here? Because I want them to interface with you so that you can voice out your anger. And let them also speak with you so that you can also make some corrections. Edo State is our state. We need to join hands to build Edo together. The only way we can do that is to cooperate with the police, the army, the EFCC, the civil defense, the drug enforcement agencies. So once this cooperation is there, you will never get to the prisons. You won't meet the prison boss. The issue of cultism and the issue of kidnapping. Let me tell you a small story. One day I visited the Chief Judge of Edo State. I said, "Sir, this issue of kidnapping, what do we do about it? I'm going to fight to make sure that every Edo child, every Edo man, every Edo woman is safe." He said, "I will support you." He drew my attention to one finger that was cut off by kidnappers. It's only when it has not happened to you, you come here and be speaking grammar. Let us keep Edo safe. Let's fight together. It is very important. Very, very important. I was talking to the Commissioner of Police one day and he told me, this new commissioner that is sitting here with me. He said, "We stopped a vehicle and the guy refused to stop. They follow up. By the time they get somewhere, one of the passengers jumped out. They blocked the vehicle. While they opened the boot of the vehicle, they saw AK-47. That was to kill Edo people. When we are talking, when they are talking, allow them to do their job. We will come to issue of extortion. That will stop. And I also beg the youth, don't lie against the police, because it will not help us. It will only discourage them from doing their job. Doing that cultism, they can go into kidnapping, they can commit any sort of crime. So we must fight them. We must fight that issue of cultism. We cannot stay away from it. If that is only my achievement in Edo State, I will raise up my hand. Let me tell you a story. Even the civil servants, they are there. There are some group that said they were working with Edo State. Which Edo State? They paraded a letter. Investigation shows that one of the cultists, when he told that place, gave money to the director of mobilization and ordered his boy to issue that letter. How do you see that? That is to discourage me, especially because if such letter is in the public, that government has given a letter, I'm not aware of it. I called the chairman of SUBET, he's not aware of it. I called the commissioner for education, he is also not aware of it. So that person is with the police. And such person is with the police. Civil society will come to say somebody is with the police. What of the man that ran away, citing police, having about 7 rifles in his vehicle? Civil society will come and say, are we telling ourselves the truth? So it's something, it's an epidemic. Demolition, yes. We'll continue to demolish. Today is free because I won my case today. Tomorrow we are starting. Tomorrow I'm going to supervise another demolition. As far as you are a cultist, and it's confirmed to me that you are a cultist, we don't just demolish. Houses that we have demolished, there's evidence. 100% evidence. We take those people to their houses to point, this is our house. What did you do that brought you here? He will tell you, I'm a cultist, I have key, or I'm a kidnapper, I have done this. So that is the only way we can demolish. We don't just go to demolish. So if you have a brother who is a kidnapper or a cultist, please tell him to leave your house. What we have started in Edo in terms of development will never stop. No amount of discouragement that will make us to stop. As far as Edo people have spoken, they are giving us their mandate. We will continue to work for Edo people. I want us to be very firm in dealing with these issues, to keep Edo safe. If we are not safe, I'm telling you, no investors will want to come here. No meaningful development will happen here. If we like, we can build all flyovers, we can build everything, but the major thing, the development we are looking for, investors will never come. And something that pains my heart also, the Edo youth, we are not ready to work. We are now after quick money, fast money. So when those guys that are looking for fast money, they steal money from you, they even kill because they are Yahoo boys. Somebody will say they are being arrested. So I need us to talk to ourselves. When you sleep, reflect back to this, that Edo belongs to all of us, that Edo must be safe. So we need to stay away from drugs. We need to stay away from cultism and kidnapping. I have even extended my hands of fellowship to cultists. Amnesty. So if you know them, if any of us is part of them, please come and surrender.
Chairman of National Youth Council of Nigeria, Edo Chapter, Comrade Moses Agwenede Joseph, come thank the governor wey take carry the youth along and say na real leader wey dey listen be that. The youth come also beg say make police stop to dey harass and collect money illegally from innocent Edo youth and say make them tell security people make them dey work with the law.
His Excellency, before I proceed to things that I believe that affect the youth of this state, I want to first of all commend you. Because what you just did today is like a father sitting with his children to hear what is happening. And for me, things like this are difficult, except you have a father who wants to listen and know the plight of the children. So we want to say thank you, sir. His Excellency, by the grace of God, I was in Akwa Ibom a few days ago because they were having youth problem in Akwa Ibom. I was delegated by the national president, also the leader of the South-South, to interfere and resolve them. It was at that point before now we are getting reports that it's what they call police extortion from our youth of Edo State. And I was in Akwa Ibom when I started seeing some video, if as much that we condemn that totally, that nobody should take the law by his hand. We want to appeal to you, His Excellency. You are a man who is doing what we have not seen for a very long time. That's why we call you a practical governor. You talk less and you do more. We want to beg you, sir, that there's need for you to talk to the security agency in this state. That for me, in every society, there's rule of law. That they should follow the law and stop extorting money from our youth leaders. I'm talking about the youth. Because if I open my phone right now, a lot of text messages flying all over the land then, that we are not talking, especially the day that we came to do the no to cultism. And thank God Mama P mentioned it. And by the grace of God, His Excellency, we want to beg you that there's need for us to put a stop to that. And secondly, sir, we want also to appeal to you that the issue of fighting cultism, you should take along our traditional fathers and religious leaders. Because to me, there are some of us who go to church every Sunday, and there are some of us who go to mosque every Friday. We speak to our pastor. There's need for them to also be preaching. Because I was talking to a friend, and I said, if any cultist in your house and something happens, your building is gone. And I want to thank you that at this point, before people now take people as a tenant in their house, a lot of screening is being done. I want to commend you perfectly. And I want to assure you, His Excellency, that the national president of the Youth Council, number one youth of this country, told me that the life of an individual you can't compare it to any courtesy as far as this country is concerned. I can't imagine where today in statistics the economic power of every country and whatsoever lies on the shoulder of the youth. That's why I gave a story when we were together, and I said, and I want to say it publicly for everybody to know. A young man went to Germany. Yeah, he had an issue. Finally, he had an issue. He was stranded. And behold, the person that rescued him happened to be the person he wanted to take his life. The question is, if he has taken that person's life, who would have helped me? I want to beg us and those youth that when you take one life, you are taking the life of the husband of your sister. You are taking the life of somebody who will help you. So, yes, thank you very much for this opportunity. God bless you. I'm grateful.
Representatives of youth from faith-based organizations and civil society groups can still hail the governor for the good work and come encourage and say make he carry youth along more to help reduce crime.
Your Excellency, it will interest you to know that in the history of Edo State, we don't beg to see our governor. You have just proven that again, once again. So thank you so much for that. I want to appeal, sir, going forward with the youthfulness of our colleague and brother, Comrade Moses Agbonede, who has shown capacity that he can deliver. We are sure that going forward we'll have more of this engagement. I represent community youth-based organization. Your Excellency, sir, last week or 2 weeks ago, if you recall, you were away on national assignment in Abuja. Youths from Isio Aziz, University of Benin area, Ogbowo, they were rescued, they protested over one-ton police brutality that has ravaged Edo youths. I am here to speak on their behalf because not everyone can have access to this gathering for security reasons, for the fact that they have purposeful leadership. Your Excellency, from primary investigation, we discovered that while we support the fight against criminality in Edo State, while we support your government to flush out cultism and reduce them to the barest minimum, we must also admonish that, Your Excellency, you take decisive steps on erring police officers who have turned Edo youth to ATM machines. Let me tell you, sir. Sir, it is on record, even the CP knows this. It is on record, sir, that once they arrest, in quotes, Yahoo boys, Your Excellency, if you go to the Western world, you have youths who have their natural dada hair. In Edo State, if I, Comrade Salami David, I'm on dada hair, they will tag me a Yahoo boy. Your Excellency, sir, If I, Comrade Salami David, I dress gorgeously nice, they will tag me, or I drive an expensive car, they will tag me a Yahoo boy. While we support your drive to flush out fraudsters in Edo State, we must also be very, very careful so that we will not incite youthful restiveness and violence. Sir, please, we want you to use your good office to ensure that this menace of police brutality comes to an end in your tenure. Finally, sir, commending the Youth Council chairman, when that event happened, he came to Isio. We went together to all the youth, we had a meeting with them, and their position remains. Police will stop using Edo Light as ATM machine. Once they arrest any youth, sir, they don't take them to police station. They drive around Benin, collecting money through POS. They have POS, sir. They have POS they use. So, sir, thank you so much for praying for more of this engagement. God bless you.
Sir, I want to first commend your effort on the drive against cultism in our state. Sir, you have done so well. Over the years, we have suffered so much in the state due to the activities of these our young brothers and the court-related activities in the state. And it has also pushed the state backward in so many things. But since you came, you have said no to these activities and it must stop. I want to say thank you. Sir, we are saying to you that the youth of Edo State are fully in support of you. We are praying for you. You have done so well, and we will not stop to ask for more. It is popularly said that the idle mind is the devil's workshop. Sir, our youth must be gainfully engaged. We want to beg that opportunities are given for empowerment of our youth. Thank God for the Youth Council. They are doing so much in terms of skill acquisition. Sir, I would want to ask that you please work with the Youth Council chairman and support the youth body to see how they can do more in empowering our youth to make them gainfully engaged so that, you know, they will not be seen involved in these activities because of their idle mind and not being engaged in activities. So, sir, also, I want to say that over the years, the state have been put in total backwardness because of these activities of cultism, police brutalization and all that. But I want to beg you that you also, as our brother said, that you liaise with the Commissioner of Police, other security agents, to see how they can put an end to these activities of these oppressions of our youth. It is also pushing our youth to do whatever they have been doing.
Sir, we say since you've assumed office, we've seen a lot of development you brought to the state. And both in the educational sectors and the healthcare, we are fully behind, the student community are fully behind you, sir. We are supporting and we are there to work with you in your administration. Sir, for the past years, we've seen a lot of issues in the student communities in regard to subvention, such as bursary. So many students cannot sponsor themselves due to the hardship. So we are appealing and we are pleading that we should put this into consideration. And also I want to thank the National Youth Council Chairman for his support and his contribution toward the student community. Thank you.
Sir, those that supported you against all odds are crying, are suffering in pain. They are begging me and they have told me to relate this matter to you so that you can interface with them just as you are interfacing with us now. So if you can do that, I'm very sure that your plans to ensure that there's provision of security in this state will be actualized. So to stop security, purchase and provision of gold is not enough. It's not sufficient enough. Rather, empowerment of our people, sustainable empowerment governor. Thank you, and God will continue to bless you for us. About now! Sir, I want to use this medium to commend you as a result of the development of Edo State poco a poco. Every other thing may be blind, sir. History is not blind. History will definitely absolve you after you have peregrinated from government house. Sir, I want to also commend you as a result of what you are doing to make sure that Curtis and Govumet relocated from the state. Sir, as we speak, so many innocent youths are in prison. What the police do, they will just go to some beer parlors. You know, it's a sort of frustration. After close from work, you must drink beer. When they are drinking beer in Excellency, police will just go and arrest them in the name of fighting cultism. We are not against the fight against cultism, but let those who are cultists be in local prison dominated by iron mosquito, not innocent people. So I want to use this opportunity, sir, to appeal to you to set up a committee that will visit local prison, that will visit White House, to ascertain the verisimilitude and the verity of what transpired that led to these innocent people suffocating in the iron grip of prison. Mr. Governor, sir, His Excellency, the rate at which our youth are taking drugs is unprecedented. Sir, something needs to be done so that the governor will not be presiding over mad people in Edo State. Thank you, and God bless you.
From the civil society angle, I wish to state unequivocally that we endorse your very active fight against cultism in Edo State. And as a matter of fact, Your Excellency, you're sincerely standing here. I've been in the forefront accusing political actors across board as users and promoters of cultism in the state and in other places. And when we saw the pattern you took, we had no choice than to support your political will to fight that monster. However, sir, we must recognize the fact that some elements in the Nigeria police force almost frustrated your efforts and turned the fight to become something that it was not. Your Excellency, during this episode of critical engagement against cultism, you will agree with me that some of us had the opportunity to engage persons who were charged to court. Your Excellency, you will be surprised that some persons were charged for murder, but there was no victim who died. Your Excellency, there were several trumped-up charges against Edo youths. While it was a good policy, it was an avenue for some criminal elements to make money and make Edo people. Bail was between 500,000 to 2 million naira. Your Excellency, the fact is that the real cultists could bail themselves. Those who were not cultists could not bail, and they are in Oko prison, like my brother has said. Please, we urge you to review that matter, because it's a crime against the state. While the Commissioner of Police may claim not to be fully aware, we urge him, because the way we view it, sir, every police in the streets is under the instruction of the Commissioner of Police. So if they do anything, it is the responsibility of the Commissioner of Police. Not to digress much, sir. Your Excellency, we also saw your very strong action against kidnapping in the state. The demolition of properties that were used for crime and criminality. Your Excellency, while we support your very strong will to engage that, we wish to advocate that the need for due process and the rule of law should be involved. The reason is because, Your Excellency, according to global best practices, there are ways you convert proceeds of crime to become public good. In demolition, both the state and the public, they lose, including the victims. But when those items, when those proceeds of crime are converted for public use, they will find more practical value to the good people of Edo State. Finally, sir, because I can see the signal, sir. Lastly, sir, when issues are escalated before it gets to the attention of government or to the ears of the governor, it means we are not doing enough. There is an urgent need for Your Excellency, sir, to create a very viable interface between the civil society and the government, between the students and the government, between the youths and the government, like you are already doing. Your Excellency, your office can have executive directors on civil society engagement matters. It can have SAs on youth and student matters, so that before issues are escalated, they can be resolved within round table and the governor will do justice to it. Is Soleto.
Commissioner of Police CP Monde Agbonika thank everybody for the forum and come acknowledge say people get concerns about how police they do, but come also beg say make everybody join body to solve the wahala.
It is very good that we have this opportunity to meet today and talk, and like some people have suggested, I think an opportunity like this should be provided more often so we can meet and discuss. I've heard about some complaints here, but I don't know if I have enough time to address them. But I just want you to know that I've been here since 8th of April, 2025. And from the time I arrived here, I made it very clear that I needed the support of the youths. I needed the support of members of the community of Edo State, so that we can tackle the mandates that I have. From the moment I met His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Edo State, Senator Monde OKPEBHOLO, he made it very clear to me that one of his major concerns, which was where he expected me to contribute, was to the security of the state. And to that effect, I've gotten a lot of support from him. Of course, the Inspector General of Police, also IGP Kayode Egbetukwu is also of the same stand. So I want to use this opportunity once again to appeal that the youths and the members of the community of Edo State will have to understand that the only way we can handle the problems that we have identified together are the main problems. If we were to prioritize, I think it's problem of cultism and that of kidnapping. Of course, we have other issues like sexual and gender-based violence, problems of drug abuse. We must understand that the only way we can handle these things is to use an all-of-society approach. And that means the youths, especially students in universities, who are, from what we have discovered, are complicit, especially when it comes to this issue of cultism. So I have given my contacts numbers all over the place, and I've been getting calls. I've also made it very clear that I have received reports about extortion, police extortion from members of the public, from youths. And because of that, we have decreed that, we have directed that all our operatives, when they move on the roads, should have names sewed to their chests, like my name is here, so that they can easily be identified. We have also mandated them to have stickers to be attached to their vehicles, because most of them use vehicles that are not really marked police vehicles. We have also resorted to the laws of the use of POS. The use of POS, the laws indicate that any POS operator, according to the Central Bank of Nigeria, is supposed to have a responsibility of knowing their customers, because they can be found, they can be complicit if there are issues of money laundering or fraud is attached, or rather pointed at them. And because of that, we have informed the POS operators that they should note that whenever they are dealing with their customers, they have a responsibility to know who their customers are, since we have received similar complaints. So, youths of Edo State, I want you to join hands together with the police, with the Commissioner of Police, with the government of Edo State, to ensure that we are able to tackle this problem of cultism, the problem of kidnapping in the state, because the security agencies alone cannot do it, and the government alone cannot do it. And the only way we can do that is to be objective and to support our efforts in accountability and our oversight functions. So when you see police officers operating on the road and you feel they are not conducting themselves in a professional manner, we have, our numbers are open. The few calls I've got so far, since I reported here, I have responded promptly to those calls. I have gone out myself to check policemen on the road and to ensure that we get the best. But we must not allow ourselves to be distracted. We must allow the police to do their work. We must allow the security agencies to do their work. Otherwise, we will continue to live with the problem of insecurity. As I count on your support, I want to stop here. And for those that don't have my contacts, maybe I should give it to you now. My number is 081-3291-9576.
For us in the military, our road is very simple, just to support the civil authority, which is the government of Edo State, for the protection of lives and property. As I've said, I took over January, and we have done our best to ensure that. And this forum is very good because it also affords us to get feedback. I know most of the complaints, the Commissioner of Police has listened, and His Excellency too has listened. I'm sure we're going to do everything possible to ensure we stem it. Now, for the insecurity in the state, the cultism and kidnapping is the major one, and it is what is trending, and we are doing all our best to ensure we stem it. What we require is the information, the intelligence. The allegation all over the place is some people are coming from outside. But from the arrests we have made, you find that most of us too are also involved. For the police and military and other security agencies, we cannot do it alone. We require the support, we require the intelligence, we require the information from the populace to be able to really act. Otherwise, we will not be able to do very much. I also want to convey to us that on the issue of employment, I know most of us, we may not want to join the military, but we also have opportunity. Yes. We have opportunity, employment opportunity, where with the SSG sometimes when they came from Abia Quarter for campaign on people joining. And we did the publication on as at a month ago or so, about 5,000 people had applied to join from Kano State. But for Edo State, as at that time, we had 120. Now, it is based on quota system. We want representation from everywhere. Now, maybe for this year, maybe we'll have 50 and only 120 applied. We will not take more than 120 that will apply because they will not meet our requirement. That sent about 5,000. We will pick 150 and we'll use the rest too, because we want 6,000 for instance for this year, and that slot must be filled. But we give opportunity for everybody to apply. So what I'm saying is, start saying the military is dominated by only the northerner or from one part of the country and not the rest. I can assure you that the military is not the best place, but you cannot get a better place. In terms of salary, payment, and opportunity, I can tell you that we are well paid. I will tell you categorically. No, it's the truth.
He has given us the enablement. He has shown political will to secure the state. So we are not deterred. Recently, we carried out a lot of operations, which I'm still monitoring the impact. And they have been impactful. And it's also it has been able to portray the fact that some of the people we are looking at as those behind kidnapping and other atrocities in the state, maybe we need to have a rethink. We have been watching since we conducted these operations. We have seen some level of calmness, and we are going to continue with the enablement and support of Your Excellency. We'll continue to do that. Please continue to support security agencies in the state to deliver, to conduct these operations.
And I would say it's a good development for the governor to have brought out this forum that we can maybe share ideas. I thank him for that. The use of the state has been very good, very nice in behavior. That's what I will say. You are nice in behavior, your attitude is good. Let us keep on going like that. But we have two greatest insecurity in the state, which we all know. That's cultism and kidnapping. We also have some later ones, but those two ones, it can give the state a bad name. And we don't want that in Edo State. More so when the present government is there. Please, we don't want that. We want a good name for Edo State. So we want you to collaborate with us, synergize with us, maybe relate with us very well, so that we can bring these things to their end. It's very good for you to give us information. Without information, there's nothing we can do. Because we live near the populace. We are not staying with you. The armies are staying in the barracks. Police have barracks. Civil defense doesn't have barracks, but you are closer to the people than us. That's what I'm trying to say. And you know these people perpetrating these evil acts. So it is your duty to bring the information to us so as to act at the name of time. Without information, there is nothing we can do. As the youth of the state, you are the labor force of the state. Without you, there is no Edo State. Am I right? You have the largest number in Edo State. Am I right? So if you want development in Edo State, let there be security in Edo State. Keep insecurity aside. With insecurity, there will be no development because you'll be diverting the attention of the government to other areas. When it's supposed to be focused, you will not allow it to be focused. So you have to allow it to be focused so as to achieve his aim. And his aim is to develop Edo State. May God give us the power to do so. You are not saying amen? Yeah. If Edo State is developed, indirectly you are developed. Everybody is developed. If you carry along everybody. So I enjoy you to maybe support us to fight insecurity. And we are to enlighten those. Preach against it. Students are here. Students of higher institutions are here. Tell your colleagues they should stop that idea. It doesn't pay. The end product of that thing is it doesn't pay. You will be back to square one. As a kidnapper, if your house is demolished, is it not back to square one? It's back to square one. Then why do you even start it at all? If you are a courtist and you are caught, probably you are taken to court, that's the end of life. That's the end of your life. That's why you spend the end of your life. So if you are even maybe brought out after some years, it's still back to square one. So if you have plan for yourself, and you have a focus, if you have future, please maintain peace.
Your Excellency, I bring you greetings from the Chairman Chief Executive, Brigadier General Mohammed Buba Marwa. I took over just last Monday, and my deployment to Edo State is not a mistake. Apart from the fact that I'm from Delta State, I attended Iyoto Primary School, Sapele Road. Also graduated from Awoshi Polytechnic. So, as far as I'm concerned, Edo State is home. What I've observed in my few days in office shows that the right person to lead Edo State is no other but Governor Monday OKPEBHOLO. Among the 36 states in Nigeria, Edo State is one that has SSA on drug policy. There is a strong nexus between drugs, kidnapping, cultism, and other nefarious crimes. By the last National Drug Use Survey that was conducted in Nigeria in 2018, the drug prevalence for the country was 14.4%, which translates to 14.3 million Nigerians having used one form of substance or the other. Within the period of the survey. Then let me bring it back home. According to that survey, Edo State had 15% prevalence rate. And this is worrisome because the global prevalence as at the time of this survey was 7.5. So why is Nigeria's case higher? That 15% translated to about 300,000 youths having used one drug in Edo State. So this calls for a very serious challenge on our part. I have a mandate by the Chairman Chief Executive to reduce to the barest minimum illicit cultivation of cannabis, drug trafficking, and abuse in Edo State. We are doing this on two major approaches. Drug supply control, which has to do with arrest, identify the farms, destroy them, arrest the dealers, identify their warehouses, prosecute them, and trace their illicit assets, because the idea is to financially incapacitate them. The other approach is drug demand reduction, which has to do with enlightenment. So how are we going to do this? We use the social media, because we believe through the social media we can connect with the youth. We have practical programs that we are going to introduce for the youth. For instance, I've discussed with the SSA on the need to have first Governor Monday OKPEBHOLO's anti-drug abuse marathon. We are going to conduct this marathon will be held at the various senatorial districts. It's a way of allowing the campaign to resonate with the students, and it is strictly for secondary school students between the ages of 14 and 17. And you must be a bona fide student in a secondary school in Benin City. There will be a token, first prize maybe 2 million, second prize 1.5, and third prize 1 million. This will help the students to connect with the message of say no to drug abuse. Then another strategy we are going to adopt is rehabilitation. When people are addicted to drug, you don't beat them, because it's a psychological challenge. There is this psychology of addiction. So what we do is to subject them to true rehabilitation. So with the assistance of His Excellency, I was made to understand that we have about 10 acres, 10 plots of land at Ateke area close to NSCDC. We will develop that place for our national headquarters and a befitting rehabilitation center where anyone that has drug challenge will be properly rehabilitated. And the beauty of that rehabilitation is that we are not just weaning you of drugs, but there will be vocational training centers where when you come out of that rehabilitation center, you become helpful to yourself and the society. So I'd like to stop here and also congratulate His Excellency for the victory at the appeal court.
I'm the controller of corrections at Edo State Command. And as it were, like you heard from my name, we are here, I'm from Edo State. I have a concrete objective assignment designated while I was coming here. That was to ensure that we decongest the custodian centers. But there's no way we can lawfully release people from the custodian center. As of this morning, we are having 3,666 inmates in my custodian centers throughout Edo State. You can see that this forum is a very good call to join us in this fight of decongesting the custodian centers. And about 75% of the people we are housing today, they are the youths. We cannot be proud to waste away our youthful age. So we want to appeal at the joint hand with the executive governor. Before I forget, let me congratulate the governor for winning the second legal battle in his consolidation as the governor of Edo State. And you have to identify with what is good. With what is happening in Edo State, in spite of the fact that whenever I'm driving home, there is always a traffic jam. But look at the laudable project that is put on ground. We know that in no distance time, we are going to enjoy the dividends. The governor is well. And having called the youth together, it's a time for us to rub our minds. Let us talk to ourselves. The better thing is for the youth to talk to themselves. You have associations. Let us tell ourselves to remove our hands from these things that will give this state a bad name. As it were, cultism. Initially, when this thing was established, the primary objective is not what we are seeing now. It was just to promote social engagement. But as it is now, killing and all whatnot, it's not giving a better image of this state. The kidnapping, I mean, people have derived that, believe that it's a way of making money. Very, very illegal and very, very an illicit way of getting money. And the law enforcement agent cannot fold their hands because we want to, the police as it were, is to protect life and property. So they will not see people infringing to the rights of others and they fold their hands. Please help me talk to the youth so that they will help me to congest the custodian centers. Like you were saying just now, you said the government should set up a committee to visit the custodian center. They investigate cases in custodian centers. It is when cases are taken to court, people are remanded at the custodian center. But the fact and issue is that we are the people having custody of the fallout of these agencies. And so our primary objective is to reform, rehabilitate, and reintegrate back to the society. But this thing can only be performed when somebody has been convicted. But in the case of a wedding trial, you don't know where they will live. I do not start a program on them. You can just commence a program today, tomorrow they are released. It will not be useful. So if any youth want to commit crime, let the youth be convicted so that we can perform the 3 arrows on him. But in summary, we are begging you. We don't want our youth there. That place is now a little bit comfortable. You may ask me why. If anybody is sent there is on scholarship, we give you free feeding, free accommodation, but it's not the best for our youth. It's not the best for our youth. And so let us try, join hands with the government to move Edo forward.
The meeting gets plenty youth leaders, government people, security organs them, and civil society organizations wey show face. Make una not forget say, as we see them, now so we they talk 'em. We know they take blame. A. Carter, Ojisali, TMC News.